Welcome back. In this video, we will begin the process of setting up Midjourney so that we can start using this amazing AI software. Now, this is a very easy process, but unfortunately, it's not very intuitive. What I mean by that is that usually when we use some kind of software, we are always imagining that, yes, we'll definitely be going onto a site like midjourney.com. That's fine. And then we'll be clicking somewhere where something will download and it'll be like a software or an app that we can start using. Just like some of the software below, you can see I use Photoshop, Premiere Pro, Lightroom, and we click on it, it opens up and we start using it. That's what we kind of have in mind, right? But that's not how Midjourney actually works. Midjourney doesn't, as of now, have a standalone app of its own. It works through another app called as Discord. Okay, so Discord is something that you'll have to download by going on to discord.com. Now, the first question you must be asking is, Kush, what is Discord? Very good question. Because just like me, if you're not from the gaming community, okay, you probably wouldn't have heard of it. Okay, even though now it's getting very popular, but it's basically, think of it like this. This is an app it's a community-based app on which you can chat with people. If you've ever heard of Slack, it's pretty similar to that. But think of it like a community software where there are a lot of people. You can add them as friends. You can talk to them. You can do many things. Now, a lot of tech companies, just like Midjourney, what they are doing is instead of having a standalone app, they're kind of leveraging the advantage that an app like Discord already offers because a community is already built in there. So think of it like this. Midjourney wanted to throw a big party, and instead of throwing that party in their own house, because probably people did not know where Midjourney stays, they said, you know what, we're going to go to a slightly more popular place and we're going to rent their place. Everyone knows about that, and we're going to throw our party there. That's the best way I can actually explain it to you. Okay, so through Discord is how we will be accessing Midjourney. I know it can be a bit confusing, okay? But don't worry, it'll just become clear to you anyway. Once you go to discord.com, since this is what you have to download first, it'll automatically recognize what operating system you have, and you'll see either download for Windows or Mac or any other system that you are using. You can also use this in your browser, but I would highly suggest you click on this button and a little download will start. It'll be for those typical exe files which you can go ahead and install on your computer. And I just quickly want to show you how this will look so that you also get the idea of a community. So if I open, you can see, right, Discord is open here. If I just open Discord here, and you can see it looks pretty intimidating. Don't worry at all. So what you're looking at is, remember I told you that party example? So there are a lot of parties going on by different companies. We are now, you can see I'm inside the Midjourney party, okay? And if you think of it like a party, all these are basically different rooms in which anyone who signs up for Midjourney who's a newbie, like a new person, like we are soon going to be, we come in these rooms. We can join any of these rooms where this party is going on. And what I mean by party is that people are writing prompts and creating these images just like we will also be doing. Okay, so you can join any of these rooms. Later on, I'll also be showing you how to create your own private room. Okay, but point is, this is how you will be using Midjourney. I know it doesn't look very convincing. Don't worry about it right now. The next question is, what exactly is going to happen after you have downloaded Discord and opened it up? So what I'm going to do right now is just show you this whole process of signing up for Midjourney. I'm going to log out of my existing Discord app, and I'm going to use a separate email so that the whole process appears exactly as how you would see it if I was starting things from scratch. Let's do that. Right, so I hope that you have been able to download Discord. Once you have done that, if you just search for Discord on your computer, that is going to show up. So let's see what happens when I click on this app now. So you're going to get a page like this, okay? So since we don't have an account, I already had an account, but I'm kind of assuming things from a fresh perspective. So I'm going to click here on need an account and we'll be clicking on register. So here we will just have to enter these details. So let me just quickly do that. Right, I have just entered all these details and then I'm going to hit continue. And there's going to be this captcha like thing. So you can just select I'm human. Please click an image containing an electronic device. So we're going to quickly do that. I think only these two. And then once you have done this, sometimes it even might give you a second verification request, but that's okay, the captcha thing. But this is now how Discord will look. You'll quickly have to go to your email just to verify this, okay? And finally, if you already, let's say, had friends, you can start adding friends, but we don't really care about that. What we care about now is adding Midjourney to this. So let's see how to do that. All right, so the final step now is to add Midjourney to Discord. So make sure your Discord is open like this. Then you go on to midjourney.com. Sometimes it'll automatically redirect you and kind of change the URL here a bit. Like sometimes it'll be /app and all, but don't worry about that. Just type in midjourney.com and then you're simply going to hit this button which says join the beta. And you can see that it already now directly opens up in Discord because we already had Discord open. And I find this to be the most frictionless way to just get things done. And then simply you're going to hit join Midjourney. And we are again back to that same party. Remember that we just saw before? So you have this Midjourney thing come up here. Okay, these are called as communities or servers. Don't worry about the naming part of it, but just recognize Midjourney from this logo. Inside that, all these rooms are there, which we are also soon going to become a part of. Let's just check out one room again, and you'll be able to see all these people who are generating this AI art. Now, before we can generate this art and be a part of this party, what we need to do, as mentioned before, is that unfortunately, Midjourney is no longer free. So we will have to create an account for Midjourney. And how you're going to do that is you are going to click on this option which says getting started here. Okay, so on top under info, you'll find this option which says getting started. And this is where, so basically anytime you click on any of these tabs, you'll start to see what Midjourney has written, okay? And here, under this place where they say, welcome to getting started, somewhere, now Midjourney might keep changing this, but somewhere you'll find something about a paid membership, okay? So you can see here, once your trial has ended, become a paid member. But unfortunately, there's no trial anymore. A few months back, they removed that. So just click on this. You can even directly go on to this option which says midjourney.com/account. And let's quickly see how the pricing here looks like. So again, we'll just have to verify that we are a human. You might see, the moment you open it up for the first time, you might see this thing, just authorize, just click on authorize there, and that's it. So let's look at the different plans that you have here. Purchase a subscription. Usually you'll be going for monthly billing so that you can cancel on a monthly basis anytime. And these are the current prices. The basic plan will be enough for most of the people because it'll kind of easily enable you to generate 200 or so images. Now, everything here is in terms, you'll find like in terms of time, okay? Like you get, the more you pay, the more time you get, okay? That basically kind of means that you're using the time of Midjourney servers. That again basically means that the more the time you have, the more images you can generate because you're using their software for more amount of time, okay? They don't exactly mention the number of images that you can generate because that keeps on varying, but trust me, this will be more than enough, okay? So once you are happy and you've chosen your particular plan, you will be hitting on subscribe. And then it's going to take you over to this particular page where you can fill in your details and complete the payment. All right, so I have selected the credit card option here and I have filled in all the details. And now I'm just going to hit this button below which says subscribe. And then according to your country, how it works there, you might receive a further verification like an OTP, like I've just got a message here for an OTP authentication. So I'm going to fulfill that. Once I do that, let's see what happens. All right, so now I've just done that and hopefully it should now redirect me. So you can see here again, You also, because Discord was open, so I'm getting this message that thank you for subscribing. And again, we just sometimes might have to verify the capture thing. And now, boom. So you can see here, manage subscription, choose what the plan does for you. So it automatically, inside the Midjourney account that we had just created, now you will be able to see the details. You can see that we've got these many Rs. Basically, these are the Rs that now we can use to generate our images. There are some other things here that you can see. So any changes later on that you need to make to your account, you can come back to this particular page. But the main thing now is that if you had your Discord open, just see the magic. So I'm going to hit the Discord app. It's going to open up, and now we get Midjourney added here automatically. All right, so keep Discord open throughout so that this just happens in a very frictionless way. Even otherwise, it won't be such an issue. But now, here's the best part. So if I just hit Midjourney, we're going to go to that same party that we saw before. So let's quickly just join any of these rooms. It doesn't matter. Wherever you see newbies, just any of these, just you can click. And what I want to do before we properly start with this course is the moment that we have been waiting for. Let's generate our first image now that we have our paid account. So how you do that, and then by the way, you won't have to note this at all because this is something you will be doing every time to create an image. So you can't just type in something here. Before that, you just have to give a prompt command, okay? And that command in Midjourney is /imagine, okay? So it's this imagine. So the moment you type that, it's actually just even this kind of thing pops up. You can even click on this, and then you automatically get this thing which says imagine prompt. And this is where anytime you need to generate something, you will be typing. Now, we will be going very deeply into prompts, but just to start off things with this video, since it's a brand new account, let's just type in a simple prompt and let's see what happens. You can completely do this on your own in any way. I'm just going to type in a tropical beach, nothing else, the most simple prompt, okay? And then just simply gonna hit enter. All right, now for the first time when you do this, I actually forgot, you might just have to accept the terms and conditions. And now I think this should work. So I'm just gonna hit /imagine again. You can just click on this. A tropical beach, and I think this time we shouldn't have any problem. Yes, so now you can see it's rendering this, and you'll get this message which says waiting to start. Okay, now our message will keep going up because right now we are in the newbies room where there are a lot of people. So don't worry about it. Right now, just focus on this. So you can see the percentage here. And I'll also be talking about what this fast means later on when we kind of go more deep into our accounts. But just think of it like this, is just creating that thing for you. Once it hits 100%, you'll be able to actually see the proper image of a tropical beach. So you can see it's almost done here, but you can see this keeps happening here. And don't worry, there's a solution for this, which I'll tell you later on when we join our own room. And can you see here, we have 4 amazing images or AI artwork. And if I just click on it, you can see here, this is what Midjourney has generated just by typing in 3 words, a tropical beach. So simple prompt. You can also open this up in the browser. You can do a lot of things with this, okay? So you must be wondering, Kush, what if I just want one of them? Don't worry, we will see all that later on. But isn't this absolutely fantastic? So this was just to get started. From the next video onwards, we will start to get towards the more complex side of prompts. I'll see you there. Bye for now. All right, this time, let's go for a slightly more complex prompt, though not too crazy, okay? But at least we learn about one function. So by the way, we just generated this, and you can see, because there are a lot of people, so many of them have been generating. You can also check out their prompts anytime that they're typing in. So that's why, remember I told you, this is the reason a lot of companies prefer, when they're starting out, to have their app on Discord, because then all these people can see each other's work and it just helps their own app grow also. Now, we're just going to go to the bottom, okay, and just, you will be typing again, /imagine. This time, let's give it a more complex prompt, okay, something crazy. I'm just doing this absolutely spontaneously. So let's say a rabbit is teaching a class of monkeys. Okay, so let's call it little monkeys. Let's see what this gives us. I'm just going to hit enter. And now every time I won't wait for this to end. So most of the times when I'll do this, I'll just skip it till the time it goes to 100 so that we do not end up wasting any more time. So I'm going to do exactly that right now. Right, so our job is complete. You can see we've got absolutely fantastic results. So let me just click on this. Let's just see the bigger version of this by hitting open in browser. And you can hit this plus sign to zoom in. And these are the 4 variations that we have got. Now, it's not perfect because remember we had written teaching a group of little monkeys, but they are little rabbits here. Okay, so Midjourney by no means is perfect. But as you get better at prompting, because right now we did not really look at the specifics of prompting, I just wrote like a line. We can really specify things in a very detailed way so it doesn't get these things wrong. We will be seeing that throughout this course. But again, yeah, it's not kind of done such a great job here. I don't think we have monkeys anyway, but at least the art is beautiful. And let's say if I go back here now, let's say I like the first one, let's say, and I want an upscaled version of this. That means only this, but of a bigger resolution. Well, that's where, at least now through this video, we'll get introduced to at least these options. So U means upscale, and we can hit any of them and it will correspond to the image on the grid. Since I want the first one to be upscaled, I will hit U1 and let's see what happens. So now if I just go down, and this happens much more quickly because the image has already been rendered, and you can see we've got this. And this time if I open it up in the browser, you can see we've got this particular image and its resolution is higher. Now, things like resolution in detail, I'll talk later, but just remember that U1, U2, U3, U4 stand for upscale. Whichever image you want, you can hit that particular button. It's going to generate this. I'll see you in the next video. Welcome back. So you can see here, people are generating some fantastic art. Can you see? Don't worry, we'll also get to this stage. In fact, I'm sure we will be able to generate something much better than what we are seeing here later on in this course. But for now, let's stick to the basics. Let's also see one more function through another prompt, okay? So this time, let's do something fun. So again, we're going to hit /imagine. You can also, at this time, instead of clicking, just to make things faster, you can hit tab. And that automatically, without you having to use your mouse, just puts in this with the prompt and you can start typing. This time, let's say, Viking whose face is painted and is screaming. Okay, that should be fun. Let's see what Midjourney gives with this. Now, one thing before I move forward, till now, both the prompts that we used, did you see that we kind of got a painting-like look? So don't worry about that, because if you must be thinking, Kush, but what if I want the camera-like look, like a photo-like look? Don't worry, we'll get to all that later on. Right now, I'm just seeing what Midjourney gives us with some basic prompts, because right now I'm going to show you something else. So just hit this, and our job has gone somewhere here. Okay, all right. So let this finish, and I'll see you there. All right, so we have got some fantastic looking results. Isn't this spectacular and intense? So let me just click on this, because I really want to actually see this. Fantastic. So you see, just with a simple prompt, we get this. And that's one of the things which I'll be talking about later, that as Midjourney is updating its versions, one of the things that has been happening is that even with the simplest of prompts, you can get some really good stuff. So this is only going to get better. So you are on to Midjourney at a very good time. So you can see we've got this, which is a pretty realistic looking result. And you can see, I think all 4 look good. But what I want to show you right now is if I just head back here, let's just scroll up to our job here. And you can see now, remember, just like we upscale, we also have one more grid which says V1, V2, V3, V4. What does this mean? This stands for version. So what this means is, let's say I like this second one a lot. Now, instead of upscaling, what I can tell Midjourney is, listen, I don't want to type the whole prompt thing again. I kind of like what you gave me here. You know what, Midjourney? Create 4 different versions of this just by a single click. So we'll just see that if I hit V2, it's going to start that job again. Okay, so let's go down. And you can see making variations for image 1, prompt a Viking whose face is painted. So you don't have to type the prompt again. And with the result that you got, we will be able to get 4 more variations, which will be relatively similar to that second image that we got. So let this job finish, and then we'll see how this looks. All right, so we have just got our results back, and this time you can see all the results are similar to that second result, and we've got 4 more variations, and this can be continued forever. Okay, so let's just check this out. Now this one, let's just check this out. And this also looks fantastic, but pretty much almost feels like it's the same person with little variations. Now, just one thing before we start to get into the proper learning of the prompts, which is that you can see, right, every time I'm generating the prompts, we have to scroll up and down because so many people are doing things, right? So how can we get our own private space here? We'll see that in the next video. Welcome back. So how can we get our own private space so that things are not so noisy? There are a couple of ways to do this. The easiest way, which I don't recommend, but you still can do, is you can go simply on this first option which says direct messages, and under that you're going to find the Midjourney bot. And here what you can do is you can simply carry on just like we have been doing till now. So I can go here, I can hit imagine, and I can create my prompt. Okay. Now the reason I don't like to do or follow this approach is because, as you might find out later on in this course, sometimes we need for Midjourney to kind of work with another app that we may use for another purpose. Okay. In that case, what you can do is it's better to create what we call as a server. So if you just hit this Midjourney button back, we get to this. Now, this can be slightly tough to explain. Kush, what do you mean by server? What do you mean when you say we need to add another app? Don't worry. Right now, what I would suggest is just follow what I'm doing. It'll become clear to you as we go forward. But basically what we're doing is we're basically creating our own room here. Think of it like that, okay? So that happens when you click on this button which says add server. So you can hit add server. You can click this option which says create my own, and it'll ask you, is it for your friends, for a club or community? You can just click on for me and my friends, and you can give it any name. Okay, so you can call it just your name. You can call it Midjourney, anything. Okay, so I'm just going to call it Midjourney art by Kush. Okay, anything, doesn't matter. So I can just, got the spelling correct, doesn't matter. So I can just hit create now. So you can see here, we have been able to create, which is reflecting here above this. So the first task is done. Now, think of it like this. So that whole party was going on. And what we have told Midjourney is, Midjourney, we like your party a lot because it is giving us some fantastic results. But you know what? It's too noisy in your party. So why don't you come to my house? I have a room. So Midjourney says, you know what? Okay, I'll fulfill that request. So the first task is done. That means now we have a room in our house where the party can be thrown. But now we need to invite Midjourney to this room. So that's the second part. So let's see how to do that. So in order to do that, what you will do is just go back to Midjourney here. And so again, back to that whole chaos. Okay, and on the right, you're going to see this particular thing. If you're not seeing it, then make sure this member list option is not hidden, because sometimes it can be hidden by default. So just click this people like icon here and just hit. And what you're going to find out here is the Midjourney bot, the same bot that we saw in the direct messages. Okay, so just click on this, and once you click on the Midjourney bot, just click on add to server. So think of it like this. Midjourney has said, you know what? One of my employees is going to come to your house to throw a party. So you can just call it. And Midjourney bot, just think of it like this. It's someone who works for Midjourney, and we are inviting them now to our house or our server. So we're going to hit add to server, and it's going to ask us which server do you want to select. We're going to select Midjourney art by Kush, the server that we just created. And just click on authorize, let everything remain as it is. A captcha might come, so you can just do this. And now you can just hit go to Midjourney art by Kush. And now just see, if I hit back Midjourney, we had all this chaos going on. But now if I hit this, we have our own private space where I can do exactly the same things because we have Midjourney now a part of our party. So let's quickly create a prompt. I'll just type in something and chanting forest. And let's see what this gives us. All right, so you can see as it is generating this right now here, I don't have to worry about scrolling up and down. We are the only ones here, and isn't this so peaceful? I can just happily now click on it. Even the results are fantastic, but right now I just wanted to show you how this also works. Next video is the time when we start to learn the serious stuff in this course. I'll see you there. Bye for now.